The Footrot solution is Radicate, a concentrated foot bar solution for the control of spread, treatment and progressive eradication of all strains of foot rot. Radicate offers flexibility by providing the ability to treat, control, cure and eradicate all strains of foot rot. It penetrates and dries infected tissue. This video will demonstrate the correct method of treating sheep with Radicate, the foot rot solution, and how to eliminate its spread on your property. The most important part of any foot rot program is to get the disease diagnosed so you know exactly what you're treating and to establish at what period you commence the treatment. There's 2 periods during the whole year that foot rot can be treated, the spread period and the non-spread period. The spread period is associated with green pasture growth, and this is where the disease is active and can easily be transmitted from one sheep to another. During the spread period, a rapid increase in the disease can occur if not quickly treated. The non-spread period is associated with dry pasture, and at this time, the disease is not transmitted through the flock. If it's a low-grade or benign strain, the best time to treat your sheep is in the wetter months or in the spread period, when the bacteria is still active around the foot. During a spread period, the treatment program would look like this. Inspect, pair and treat all sheep. Within 12 to 16 days, trim and treat all sheep. Within 12 to 16 days, inspect, trim and segregate into clean and infected mobs. Treat all clean sheep and cull any infected. Re-inspect sheep at 3 to 4 week intervals until 2 consecutive 100% clean inspections have been achieved for each mob. During a non-spread period, where pastures have dried off, a typical treatment program would be inspect and segregate into clean and infected mobs. Treat all infected mob. Within 3 to 4 weeks, re-inspect all mobs and treat infected sheep. Within 3 to 4 weeks, re-inspect all mobs and cull any infected sheep. Re-inspect sheep at 3 to 4 week intervals until 2 consecutive 100% clean inspections have been achieved for each mob. If you're unsure or would like more information about when to treat your sheep, you can contact Radicate's free field advisory service. It's also important that if you do not do the treatment yourself, you only use accredited contractors for a professional job. The treatment shown on this video is during a non-spread period that was carried out by accredited contractors. Radicate is best used in concrete, plastic or fiberglass foot bars. Radicate is corrosive and metal foot bars must be painted with a corrosive resistant paint. 1 part Radicate mixes with 10 parts water to create a treatment strength solution that has no evident odour and mixes easily with water. A bottle of Radicate mixed with 100 litres of water will cover 2.5 square metres of foot bath to a depth of 40 to 45 mil. The active ingredients of Radicate do not strip during treatment. Reclaimed solution can be stored and reused during the next treatment. Once the disease has been diagnosed, the sheep are paired, which will allow the Radicate solution to get into the infection. It will also show you the severity of the disease and indicate which sheep are infected and which aren't.
That is a normal foot. It's what we're looking for. It's clean in between the toes and the interdigital area, and this part where foot rot starts. The inside wall of the hoof is nice and smooth. There's been no infection in that area, and the sole is good. What we'll do is just pare this piece away here so that next time when we do our second inspection, it makes it a lot easier for diagnosis. This is a classic example of shelly toe on the outer front portion of the hard horn, the separation between the hard horn and the soft tissue. It compacts full of dirt and you get separation. It's nothing to do with foot rot. It's not a bacterial infection, and there's no need to cull or treat for that condition. The reddening, the moisture that's involved in there is the beginning of a foot rot infection. All that area across there, the grey slime. pare back as much as we can to expose much of the infection as we possibly can. You can see where it's gone right across the sole. Started down in here, gone across the sole to the outside wall, and gone up under that, right under that sole there. Inside. This is as bad as they get. It's a typical score 5 in both front feet. The whole outer horn, hard horn, is just coming off this shape. We'll find maggots inside. There's your score 1 or score 2 lesion in between the toes, and the damage that's been done by this bacteria.
It is important that you pair correctly, as over-pairing will cause more damage than under-pairing. It may, if you pair too much, create an abscess, which is harder to cure.
We've got score 5 in this foot. It's very active. You can see how wet it is. It's full of maggots at the front of the foot, and very active infection back in this area. We'll expose as much of that as we can without getting blood. And this bit off the inside. That's about as much as we can take off. Here is a pocket of infection that's dried. There'd probably be something a bit deeper down in this foot. This one's only progressed as far as a score 4. You can see where it's only gone just to the outer wall, but from the heel right to the toe. It has dried there, but we may still find pockets deeper down. We can't go any more off there without doing damage to the sheep, so we have to put it aside and then bath it.
Once the sheep have been paired and the infected sheep have been diagnosed and separated from the rest, it's time to begin the Radicate foot bath process.
It is important the sheep are foot bathed as soon as possible, as soon as practical after they have been foot paired. The main reason is that you have to give them a minimum of 15 minutes. A little longer won't hurt, but a minimum of 15 minutes, and it's always a good idea to have a timer so you know exactly what time they've been in. The main features with Radicate is that you have a 15-minute bath time. After they've been in the bath for 15 minutes, they're put onto either concrete, slats, or a good dry yard where they can air dry for 15 minutes. It's a very important part of the process, because when it dries on the hoof, it will leave a residual which will protect that foot from getting cross-infected or reinfected for a minimum of 2 weeks, even during the spread period. This is a very important feature because of that fact, you can return the sheep after you have treated them back to the pastures where they came from, back to the same paddock, and they won't get cross-infected or reinfected, which is a big advantage as far as farm management is concerned.
After 3 to 4 weeks, the sheep are checked again. It's important that all sheep are checked if it's a spread period, even the uninfected ones. The sheep are then trimmed to show if the infection's healing, and if required, they will be rebathed in the Radicate solution using the same method as the first treatment and the same solution.
She was 37.2 kilos 8 weeks ago. Her condition has improved quite considerably, and she had a score 4 in each of her front feet. Again, this foot looks really good. This one here has took a little bit of growing to do to get back into a perfect shape, but it doesn't appear to have any infection in there. So that's the result after a pairing and treatment 8 weeks ago and a treatment 4 weeks ago as a follow-up. Spit up the outside wall, where she hasn't quite grown back properly as yet. perfect feet. It's the way they should be paired back into that conformation without drawing blood.
Further treatments may be necessary if the infection continues. Radicate does have the ability to cure infected feet and aid in the progressive eradication of foot rot from the flock, with cure rates of up to 97% after 2 treatments.
Number 87 at the back was the ewe that was clean all the way through. She weighed 47.4 kilos. The other 2 ewes have picked up from being 10 kilos lighter and 7 kilos lighter, have picked up quite considerably in condition to almost catch up to the ewe that had been clean all the way.
As you can see, correct treatment with Radicate will result in improved body and fleece weight, reduced fly strike and mortality, and increased lambing percentages. To summarise the correct use of Radicate: 1. Ensure all feet are clean prior to entering foot bath. 2. Pair all feet to normal conformation and foot bath within 4 hours of pairing. 3. Stand sheep in the foot bath solution for a minimum of 15 minutes. 4. After foot bathing, stand sheep on a clean, dry area for at least 15 minutes to air dry. 5. After foot bathing, avoid wet and muddy conditions for a period of 1 to 4 hours. If you require any further information, Radicate offers a unique free treatment advisory service by phone consultation from qualified Radicate field advisors. Full trial results and conclusions are available on request. Radicate, bringing the foot rot solution to your farm.